Welcome back, everybody, and today we got a very special review. We got the MOTU Origins Extendar, the heroic master of extension, new from Mattel Creations. This bitch didn't even come out yet. You know what I'm saying? I got lucky to get it on eBay. You know what I mean? Sometimes, hey, you got to pay to play, baby. And that's what I did with this one. Looking at this thing in the box, says the arms, the legs, the torso, all extends. This figure right here definitely radiates big dick energy. And I'm going to show you what I mean in a minute. Right here, folks, looking at the back of the box, you can see his ass is extended, ready to fight some people. You got the evil horde all around him and shit. And where is they all staring, huh? Look at that shit. Staring at his junk. That's that big dick energy I was talking about. They even showing Dragster in the back ready to try to run his ass over. That shit looks pretty impressive. I'm definitely loving that box art. But let's check out the Minicomic. This one's called Terror of the Techromancer. Now, to make a long story short, Extendar, he's chilling and shit outside the palace. And all of a sudden, he hears a damsel in distress calling for help. So his ass rides over there, you know what I'm saying, to go lay it down, help her ass. He uses his power of extension, and come to find out, that shit was a trap. And the evil horde pops out some horde troopers and grab his ass and take him to the fright zone, where he's brought in front of Hordak, who ends up going into a monologue about how he was the one that made Extendar, because his ass was envious over Heman, because Heman radiated that big thick energy. And that's what he wanted. So Hordak gave that shit to him, made him to the Tower of Power. Now Hordak didn't just give him this shit to be a nice guy. He gave that shit for one thing, loyalty. And Extendar didn't keep his end of the bargain. He ended up rocking out with He-Man and shit. So now several years later, Hordak caught his ass and told him he's gonna take that big dick energy and give that shit to the Dark Knight. And then starts laughing in his fucking face. So right when Hordak and Mattel started to take that power from his ass, which was that Eternium Ore, Extendar all of a sudden manned up and shit, smacked the shit out of Hordak, ran like Forrest Gump and got the fuck out of there. He ended up making it back to He-Man, who looked down at him as he explained why exactly all that shit happened. Cause his ass was jealous of He-Man's big dick energy, and he realized that he cannot be a hater no more, and he just gotta be proud for who he is and be the best version of himself that he could be. And then back at the Fright Zone, Grizzler said they could go after his ass, but Hordak wasn't down with it cause they got plenty of energy they need to get. So him and Mattel worked all night long to create a new Dark Warrior that was born of pure evil. Well, goddamn, another amazing story by Joshua Sky. But let's take a look at the figure. And there it is, folks. Extendar, this massive figure, just radiating that big dick energy I was talking about. This motherfucker is thick as shit. Look at the armor on his ass. Oh my God, that shit looks good. The ab muscles on his ass is just ridiculous. Ain't no other figure built like this man right here. This man is built like a gorilla. Look how thick he is and compared next to the test shot version. The color really makes a difference. And then right here, folks, we got the extension pieces. You got the curved version for the arms and the straight one for the legs. And then you got his Go-Go Gadget shield right here, which opens up right there from the back. You see that shit? And closes up real easy. And then right here, take a look at the back of the figure. As we move in a little bit closer, you can see that tramp stamp on the back of his ass. Since 2023, they've been had this shit made. I'm really loving the silver and the gold all up on the arms, all up on the back, just like the finished version. This is a thick body figure, a chunky boy. And comparing him next to the test shot figure, you can see how they built in the neck and the torso extension. And that shit looks pretty decent. How it all hides in there and shit. That's why I'm so glad to be able to get this see-through version of this figure. Reminds me of the Mattel Creations Skeletor that came out towards the beginning of the line. Now right here, I wanted to start testing out the different extension features that comes with the figure. We got the torso extension going on with the neck extension. And right there, that adds a whole bunch of height. And looking at his face, which stays hidden behind that armor, that shit looks good. It was really hard seeing the details in the figure just having the translucent version, but I'm still glad I got both. Here's a comparison next to a normal figure with just the torso and neck extensions, and then we added the leg extensions right here, which makes his ass way taller than Man-at-Arms. His ass is definitely too tall to walk through Castle Grayskull looking like that. Right here, we got one of the taller figures in the line, Krang. And as you can see, he still towers over his ass too, even with that ponytail on the top of his head. The only way he would come close to his height is by adding that little extension piece in his stomach, but I ain't doing all that shit. I did that in my test shot review about a month ago. And then right here, I added on the arm extensions, which is all the pieces that Extendar comes with. That shit looks decent. I'm definitely impressed, but since I got the test shot version, I want to try something different real quick. Let's combine the pieces. And then right there, folks, I added double the height by putting both pieces together from the arms and the legs, and that makes an even bigger difference. That shit looks hot, but I think I could do better than that. Right here, Yerco designed some super extension pieces. I dubbed these the Viagra version. They give him that extra boost to go longer and harder and stronger. This shit is incredible, folks. And look at that. It's got Tila impressed. She don't know what to say. This man is big as fuck. God damn, he's tall. He can look almost into the top window right there in Castle Grayskull. All this shit gives him that big dick energy that I was talking about. Now, the only thing with these pieces, I just had to widen the hole just a tiny bit because I didn't want them pegs to get stuck in there and shit. Because Yerco didn't have a chance to actually have the pieces in hand to test them. But how he did it, very impressive just by eyeing that shit. And I want to give a special shout out to Make, Shape, and Create for printing these out for me. Thank you, brother. They really make a difference. Looks like Tila got her eyes on something, you know what I'm saying? She is definitely interested in that extra height that Extendar got going on right there with his one arm up. He can pretty much climb up, hold on right there, and boost his ass at the top of the castle. But let's see what else can extend on his ass. Oh shit, folks. This is why they call him the Master of Extension. Extendar done whooped that shit out and put it in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Extendar is a badass motherfucker. This shit is crazy. I had to try that shit out. And by the looks of it, Extendar's ass is happy. Look at his head just going all the way back. But he don't gotta extend that tall to whoop that shit out on her. You know what I'm saying? He'll stand right there and just have that shit grow in her fucking face. He-Man don't know what to say. Folks, all in all, Extendar is a great figure. And if you get these extra extensions by Yerco, your ass won't be disappointed. You can end up doing some crazy shit like this. Come on, folks. Y'all gonna have fun with these figures somehow, you know what I mean? And if you think about it, you know goddamn well Mattel knew what they was doing. Same reason why they gave Fisto that name, Ram Man his name, Extendar this name. Because that shit is funny. It's got different meaning to it. Hey, that's just how I feel about it. And that shit is funny as shit to me. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching, folks. And if you like what you saw, do my ass a favor and drop me a like. Subscribe to the channel while you're at it. It ain't gonna hurt you, is it? Come on now. Go ahead and hit the button. I know you have to hit the button. Hit that goddamn button, drop a like. All right, I'm out of here.